Thank you, Natalie. Very nice words. I am very happy to be back in Ukraine again, and it does bring back a lot of nostalgia. I also have nostalgia for an old-fashioned date. How did we used to date before, when I was growing up, basically? So I'm a technologist, but I don't like online dating, okay? I don't like even really texting, and let's focus on texting for a minute. I kind of came of age before the period of instant communication and just throwing it out there online. Now, I'm a little jealous because I would have loved to have had one of these smartphone things when I was kind of a kid. I think it would have been a lot easier. Let me tell you the ways that I think it's easier. Number one, it's a lot easier to get a girl's number with one of these things, right? Because think about it. It's her number. Everybody's got one of these. When I was growing up, you had the family's number. And therefore, if you were a jerk, her whole family knew you were a jerk. And she gave you her number, so she's exposed risk to herself. But if it's just her phone and you're a jerk, she can just block you and get rid of you out of her life and that. And no one knows about her mistake. So, but they had one of these in the home. Wait a minute, I'm not that old. Hold on, wait a minute, it's not that one. It was more like this thing over here. So, this is how we communicated back then, to the family. Now, the second thing that's easier about having one of these things is it's so easy to get the message out there. You can just throw something out casually like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood, thought you might want to have a coffee. You could throw it out even to multiple people over there. It's so easy, right? Or you can be really bold. You can say, hey, I was just walking by the park and I was thinking, what's the most beautiful girl in Kiev doing today? I could never say that in person, but I might be able to, I could type that. And thirdly, the response. So men especially have a little bit of a fear of rejection, right? Or our ego being bruised. We don't really feel that as much with the online thing, right? Because one response is no response. So if she doesn't give us back any information, we can just save our ego and say, you know what, she's busy. I'm busy too. I get it, you know? It's totally okay. Or she could give you what I'd call the no action response, which is, oh, thanks for touching base. What do I do with that? Nothing, right? But it's okay, it doesn't hurt. It's just passive and it goes on. So let me give you an example of how the old-fashioned date worked back when I was a kid. In high school, let's give a scenario. We have Pam, who I'm interested in, and she's in biology class. Somehow I managed to get her number by using some level of deceit or pretense about needing to study with her or something else because, again, it's tough to ask somebody out face to face, right? So let's say I get her number and I have to then strategically think about when to call because I certainly don't want to get her father on the phone, right? So I try to figure out a time when I can get maybe just her there. So maybe after school a little bit, but before the end of the day, where her father might not be around, or parents. So let's make a call. Ring. Hello? Crap, it's her father. Oh, man. Hey, this is Eric. I was wondering if Pam is there. Who's this? Who are you? I'm in her biology class. We were supposed to study together. Well, this better be about studying. Hold on a minute. Now you have to go through the indignity also of hearing this background conversation going on that her father is saying to his daughter, hey, some guy Eric is on the phone. I hope this isn't a jerk like the last guy. See, the risk of the number, you know? So Pam comes to the phone, and she says, "Hi, Eric," and I say, "Hey, hey, Pam, I was kind of wondering if maybe you might want to go out, like, to the movies on Saturday, or if you're busy, the next Saturday, or, if you're busy then too, like any Saturday this year." Now, one of three things probably could come back at you. Number one, she could say, "Oh, sorry, I'm seeing somebody now." Now, I've been watching this girl this whole semester over here. I know she's not seeing anybody, so boom, dagger to the heart right there, ego bust, right? Then she could also say, "Oh, sorry, I'm just not interested in seeing anybody right now." "Oh, I'm ugly. I can't get a date, basically. Everybody hates me." Ego bust. Or one more response that she could give. And this is why I have the nostalgia for the old-fashioned date. She could say, "Sure, sounds fun." That, after all that anguish, after all that emotional intensity that I've put into gaining this, I have reached Kilimanjaro. I have now gotten the endorphin energy of a super person over here, and that date is the sweetest date, and that's why the old-fashioned date is best. Thank you very much.